Hello guys, welcome again to this our problem solving series. We're going to be solving this Cambridge entrance exam where it gives us 3 to the power x minus the square root of 3 all to the power x plus 4 plus 20 is equal to 0. We're just going to dive directly into solving this question. So we're just going to break it step by step. So the first step here, we're going to rewrite the equation so that all exponential terms have the same base. We have the original equation, which is 3 to the power x minus bracket the square root of 3 all this to the power x plus 4 plus 20 is equal to 0. Now looking at it, you see that since, if you look at it, since the square root of 3 is equal to 3 to the power half, so we can substitute this into the equation. So we're going to have now 3 to the power x minus bracket open 3 to the power 1 and 2 all this to the power x plus 4 plus 20 is equal to 0. Now we're going to be using the exponential rule here, where the exponential rule tells us that a to the power m all this to the power n is the same as a to the power m n. So we'll simplify now. From this, we're going to simplify it back into the equation. So we have now 3 to the power x minus bracket open 3 bracket close half times x plus 4. All these plus 20 should be equal to 0. Let's simplify it. If we simplify or expatiate, it gives us 3x minus 3 half, which is x on 2 plus 4. No, plus, sorry. It gives us half times 4 gives us 2 plus 20 is equal to 0. This is equal to 0, not 20. So from here, we're going to continue to solve it now. But now remember again from the exponential rule, looking at this equation, what does exponential rule say? Is that a to the power m plus n is the same as e to the power m dot e to the power n. So we're just going to, using this, we're going to dive right into the equation, which gives us 3 to the power x minus 3 to the power x on 2 times 3 to the power 2 plus 20 should be equal to 0, which is equal to 3 to the power x minus 9 times 3 to the power x on 2 plus 20 is equal to 0. So this is a simplified equation. But now if you look at it, that's a structured quadratic equation. We can make this clear with the substitution. So what do you think? This substitution, we're going to take the substitution and let's say let y be equals to 3 to the power x on 2. This means y square is equal to 3 to the power x on 2 all square, which is equal to what? 3 to the power x. So now we're going to substitute y and y square in our equation. If you look at our y and y square, you see that y square 3 to the power x is y square and 9, that's minus 9 times 3 to the power x on 2 is y plus 20 should be equal to 0. So it gives us y square minus 9y plus 20 should be equal to 0. This quadratic equation can be solved by factoring. We need two numbers that if we multiply to 20 and add to negative 9, and if you look at it very well, these two numbers is simply negative 4 and negative 5. This means if negative 4 times negative 5 will give us a positive 20, and if we add negative 4 plus negative 5, it's going to give us negative 9. So that's how you came out with the factorization. So now, if you take now, which will become y minus 4 times y minus 5 should be equal to 0. Now it gives us two possible solutions, which is our y is equal to 4n and our y is equal to 5. Now we're going to be solving for x. And we have to remember that solving for x, we remember that our y was equal to 3 to the power x on 2. Which in this case, we're going to use the cases. We have case 1, y is equal to 4. This implies our 3 to the power x on 2 is equal to 4. Now, to solve this for x, we can only do by taking the logarithmic base on both sides, on base, like taking the logarithm of the base 3 on both sides, which is log base 3 of 3 to the power x on 2 is equal to log base 3 of 4. The reason I was taking log base 3 so that we can have actually at the end cancel here. So if you get what I mean. So let's just dive in and continue solving. Which from here, we still have to bring down our x divided by 2 log base 3 is equal to log of 4 base 3. Now, according to logarithm, the log of 3 base 3 is equal to 1, which simply means our x on 2 is equal to the log of 4 base 3. Now we send 2 up, which gives us our x is equal to 2 log 4 base 3. That's our first value of x. Now we'll go to case 2. When y is equal to 5, we see now that our 3 to the power x on 2 is equal to 5. We simply do again, we take the log base 3 on both sides, which will have log base 3 of 3 to the power x on 2 is equal to log base 3 of 5, which implies from here, it gives us x on 2 is equal to log 5 base 3, which our x is equal to 2 log 5 base 3. So with this, we can see that we have come to the end of our solution, where our two values of x are 2 log of 5 base 3 and 2 log 4 base 3. You see now, this is just the basic and easy way of solving this equation, quick and straight to the point. Thanks for watching to the end of this video. I think anybody here can actually see that some of these questions are not just hard, they're just easy and just need to take your time and break them down. Please subscribe and I'll see you all in the next video.